Please clarify specifically, have you taken a cognitive test?
No, I haven't taken a test. Why the hell would I take a test? Come on, man. That's like saying before you got in this program, you take a test where you're taking cocaine or not. What do you think, huh? Are you a junkie?
What do you say to President Trump? Please clarify.
After the debate, did the president get examined by a doctor or did he get a neurological scan?
Guys, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, thanks, everybody.
My God, I love the rhetorical prowess from the American president. Asking the black reporter if he's a junkie in order to deflect from the question. And then you also saw the exasperation on that lady from the White House from being asked something that most voters are probably asking right now. And you gotta notice that, first of all, this question, like it was obvious for most people. But of course, the biggest takeaway from this is that 4 years ago, most people noticed that there were problems and most people were bringing it up, to the point that even the mainstream media had to ask, did you take a cognitive test? And I remember that Trump actually did take a cognitive test and they were mocking and ridiculing him. But they don't seem to be mocking and ridiculing him now, are they? So the question happens like, okay, well, if for 4 years people were suspecting this, how was it that the media was caught so unprepared? Because like there were a lot of articles written. It's like, oh, we didn't know, like, oh my goodness. But people, like average citizens that worked on social media, how did this have happened? As a matter of fact, just a couple of weeks ago, they were talking about cheap fakes. It's like everything is edited, it's smoke and mirrors, the president is fine. He has never been sharper. So now they have to deal with the fact that before, whenever the president was making a gaffe, and he was making them quite often, it was usually reported, but, just a simple segment, and then they would move on. Like, they wouldn't actually analyze the issue. They wouldn't give it, like, primetime air. Like, if you happen to see it live, that's good. But otherwise, like, they would try to hide it. However, on the presidential debates, it was so in your face, and almost the entire population, the entire voting base was tuned in. So, entire Western world of voting age got to see it. Like, even in Romania, they actually showed parts from the presidential debate. So, how do you cover that up? Well, the answer is you can't. But if you can't cover it up, how do you explain that your entire team of experts and analysts have failed to notice what the average Twitter user notices? And apparently CNN explains it. We got here from CNN Business. The White House press shop has also been very aggressive and fairly successful in mitigating coverage of concern over the president's age, said another White House reporter who works for a different publication. So it's not just CNN, mind you, it's almost the entire press corps, it seems. Berating reporters who bring them reporting about age concerns, bemoaning that it's all anyone writes about. Were they writing about? Because I clearly not. And often attacking pieces after they run. The reporter told CNN, I think that's left some folks to conclude that these stories are too painful to report or that they should pick their spots more. It's clear the age stories that have angered the White House and the liberal Twitter sphere the most. Oh, I mean, not the liberal Twitter sphere. I mean, how can you anger the liberal Twitter sphere, right? Like, the press is beholden, apparently, to the liberal Twitter sphere. So what did we learn from this? Well, we learned that reporters are the bitches of the White House. Short Fat Otaku, did you know this? Huh? Is the system working? Is it working as intended? Right, so let's see. The White House gets to tell social media what stories to suppress and what stories to promote. Like, we already seen this with the Hunter Biden laptop incident, right? During COVID, like, there were actual, they were talking about it. They came up live and they said, yeah, like, we're trying to get social media to bad people that are against the government mandates, right? So, they decide what happens on social media. Apparently, the press is afraid to write about them. So like, who gets to hold the White House accountable? Like, who gets to hold our democracy accountable? Because apparently we're a democracy, but all avenues of communication seem to be influenced at some level by the White House to the point that journalists are terrified, right? It's like, so if the angry lady on stage gives you sass, you're like immediately bowing down because apparently you need her and she doesn't need you. This is insane. Like, if this happened in my country, all of the press would just boycott the White House. Like, this actually happened, to be honest. During the Traian Băsescu presidency, they were extremely aggressive towards reporters. And at one point, the reporters said, okay, well, we're going to have a presidential blackout. He was actually dropping in polls while that happened. Because, like, he literally couldn't address the people anymore. Like, there were no channels outside of the official channel that no one watched for the president to actually address the people and try to explain his point of view. So, like, whenever the press would write a negative article about them, well, the press couldn't articulate his point of view. So when the press would say, well, the president is incompetent, the president couldn't just say, well, no, actually, I am very competent. Here's why, such and such and such. He would not be able to get his say in because there was a blackout. And again, like, the reason there was a blackout is because he was being very disrespectful towards reporters. And at the time, I was pretty sure that the reporters are in the wrong. It's like, come on, grow up. You know, he's throwing you some insults. At the end of the day, you're working for the public. Like, the public does have a right to know what the president is saying. But now that I'm seeing this, no, like, the reporters did exactly what they were supposed to do. Oh, you're being a chicken little shit? Okay, fuck off then. And then as a politician, he realized, oh, shit, now I only have the newspapers. And not even those. So, this is what the press would do if you actually live in a democracy. Right? Like, oh, the president is obviously having cognitive issues, and the age is obviously a problem. So, they were supposed to just publish the stories. But no, they didn't. And I want to point out that during the Trump presidency, things were different, right? Because for some fucking reason, Trump wasn't treating the press the same way that Biden is treating them. Like, I know, oh, he called the press the enemy of the people and all that. But at the end of the day, I mean, look how the press treated him. At one rally, he just got a glass of water and his hand was shaking a little bit. And, oh my god, oh no, he's got Parkinson, oh, he's got cognitive issues, blah, blah, oh, 2 scoops of ice cream, blah, blah, blah. And apparently, what he was supposed to do was the democratic thing, right, to preserve our democracy and have a correspondent that would give sass to the press and have people on Twitter that would rise up in anger, right? So you needed to have the Twitter sphere that would rise up against those publications, right? Because this is what the Democrats are doing. So if the Democrats are doing, why aren't you doing it? It's fucking effective, it seems. They managed to keep the lid on this shit for 4 years. And believe it or not, like, there are actual liberals that are shocked by this. Like they're a little shocked. It's like, oh my god, the president, oh, he can't debate properly. He's got a senior moment. What's going on? What's happening? How did this came to pass? I mean, I guess, you know, it is what it is. Now we're going to see what happens. A lot of people say that they're still trying to get Michelle Obama. Bill O'Reilly was saying this on Twitter. I doubt that they will, to be honest. I doubt that they will because it's too late. If they haven't done it up until now, I don't think they're going to do it. Still, I may be surprised. Apparently, Michelle Obama is literally the only one that can poll better than Trump. So we'll see. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.